Okay, the Knights of Guinevere so far seems to be everything it was promised to be. It's very elegant with its animation design. It's very gritty with its world building. Oh god, and it is a giant finger to Disney. All aspects of Disney, from the magical aspect that holds on to your childhood, that makes you love it unconditionally because it was just a shot of genuine, chemical change in your brain happiness, to the part where it's an overrun theme park that is polluting the world. Not just a theme park, but just all Disney products. Like, after kids stop playing with them, they just toss them aside. And where do you think all that plastic go? I swear to God, in the last 10 years, I think Elsa and Olaf dolls have just covered all kinds of places they aren't supposed to cover. Sick. And oh yeah, Disney, present Disney being a corporate sellout of how it doesn't want to make art anymore as much as it wants to make a buck. But its legacy of making art is ingrained in this show, because this show is art. It is a beautiful statement on modern culture, consumerism, how just the magic of Disney, and maybe cartoons in general, but mostly, let's be honest, Disney has just incorporated itself in our brains. Even when we're aware of the world around us, a little bit of us is looking at the finer parts of it, the parts that made us happy. In my case, it was the music and the beautiful body language and just little gestures. So lovely. So well animated. Yeah. Do I like these characters? I like that their names kept being said over and over again so that I remember their characters. Okay, so we have Andrea. Both these characters I think are teenagers, maybe early 20s. I don't know. I would like if they weren't teenagers personally. So we have Andrea. Frankly, she's the skinny one. And she had a high collar job, it looks like, working for, I don't know if it's an engineering firm that just makes the robots, think of when you see the animatronics at Disneyland. I don't know if she makes those or if it's not just the robots. They kind of seem to be some kind of androids. They're mixed with living fluid or whatever. Yeah, she had a great job. Apparently it was getting to be too much. It sounded like too much. So, yeah, she says she got fired. I don't know if she just quit because she was exhausted or she found something. Personally, I think exhaustion is the most sensible answer. But I don't know. She's definitely hiding something from her friend. But she also feels the same way as her friend about some things. At least the dream of Guinevere. She says she's doing it for the money, and that probably is practically true, but now there is a little sense of wonder left in her. It's very thin compared to Frankie's. Now, Frankie I already like as a character very, very much, okay? She just has that good attitude where even though she's got a crappy job, she's still smiling, she's still trying to find the best of it. She's still just so plucky and so cute. Part where she was just raking through what was left of water to collect the dolls and all the people coughing. All I could think is, oh my god, this show is Florida. Yes. If you've been to Florida, Disney is just a giant leftover almost everywhere is around them. Yet people have stores trying to sell old Disney merchandise. Not even from the 80s or 90s. No. Just from the early 2000s. Maybe stuff from last year because Disney makes so much of it. There's also a tiny hint that Frankie might be trans. I honestly am kind of doubting it. I think her boss was just calling her Franklin because he thinks it's easier to talk to a dude than it is a girl about, a job, and saying she's Franklin makes it easier to hurt her. Ugly to say, but that's just my guess right now. Trans people do need representation, so if she does happen to be trans, cool. She does have a sort of whimsy thing, kind of I can only really function when I've got a taste of my mind warping through. Kind of how people today will scroll through Instagram for guilty pleasures or just regular pleasures. To try and give a shift in happiness in between all the other stuff in adulthood. I know that I love looking up like Disney fan art once in a while because knowing that other people love Disney so much, even as adults, it does make me happy. It does. But I can't deny that I've been so angry at Disney for so long. And I do think it is very, very special that there is finally a show that's saying, fuck you, Disney. It's it's so magical. It's so cool. It's finally saying that and it's doing it beautifully. So beautifully. It's really atmospheric. I can say that about the Owl House. Like I know Terrence, like the original creator of the Owl House, she had a terrible time there, it seemed. Even though she made a very like original, memorable, very atmospheric, more Halloweeny sort of show. That yeah, was really, really good, really well animated, really special. And now she's making this, and there are just little moments where I can see her other characters and these new characters, and that's cute. But no, she's finally making something that's gruesome, but also whimsical. And that's my cup of tea. It really is. I don't know, I just feel so connected to this show. I know that's exactly what the creators are going for, but they're doing a good job of it. Like, I don't just feel like I'm being pandered to and saying, oh, Disney sucks. I feel like I'm saying it in a rich, beautiful way. And I can already tell Guinevere just has the most tragic story behind her. Yeah, I don't know what it could possibly be at this point, but it seems tragic. I do think it's funny though when the Guinevere has like all the different outfits because even though all the Disney princesses are different colors, or at least their outfits and hair are, they basically look the same with their skinniness. And that's cool. That's really, really cool. I also think it's funny how Disney is still trying to incorporate that every female lead it ever makes in a movie has to be a princess because that's just their brand. I think if Disney was braver and cooler and cared about making art again, that they would break out of that mold. But I doubt it, so people inspired by Disney, at least the good parts of Disney, have to make other stuff. Yeah. I feel like this is just an evolution. A beautiful, necessary evolution. There were lots of parts where I was scared, and lots of parts where I was proud. Also, I appreciate like the injuries being realistic, being all bloody and gross. They aren't like shoot in your face gross like other shows try to do, but it's just enough for me. So, is Knights of Guinevere for everyone? I don't know. If you're not into cynicism, then don't see it. If you're not into the little reminder that obsessing over fantasy life is unhealthy and immature, then don't watch it. But if you like animation, if you like an intriguing story of underdogs and, grit versus shimmer, then, yep, I think you'll enjoy it. Part of me wants to make Disney fans watch this young and old so they can kind of take a step back and say, do we really love Disney that much? Do we?